parts, Iria, Schwadron, and HowlRound and JKL Collective, which is comprised of me, Jill Moshman, Lauren Zell, and Kristen Aguilar. The runtime for this section will be about 1 hour with no interval.
Genau, und alles, was hier heute auf Englisch gesprochen wird, die Künstler werden auf Englisch alles vorstellen, kann aber auch auf Deutsch übersetzt werden, vor allem im Nachhinein. Also wenn Sie da noch Fragen haben, können wir gerne ins Gespräch kommen.
See blue benches, stucco walls, donuts. Blue benches. Stucco walls. Donuts. Here, murmur of conversation, scraping plates, and the bell when the door opens. Murmur of conversation. Scraping plates. The bell when the door opens. Smell of bacon and eggs, coffee, and toast. Bacon and eggs. Coffee. Taste, butter, bitter coffee, and chocolate chip pancakes. Butter. many mugs.
We're just going to talk a bit about our work. So, as I said in the introduction, we are part of a group called JKL Collective, which is comprised of the two of us and another artist who's not with us right now. The group was formed as a way of finding intersections between different types of media, so specifically focusing for the three of us on movement, visual arts, and text. We're interested especially in the process of creating work, and so exploring different ways to develop new work within our own practice and expanding that by working with people who might work in very different ways than the way that we work, especially as a means of creating work. So in Chicago, where we began developing our collective, we felt like there was kind of a gap in interdisciplinary work, and then a lot of shows that were kind of marketed as interdisciplinary meant that these different elements were layered on at the end as a way of performance. And so we've really tried to focus on creating interdisciplinary work that starts at the beginning that way, develops in an interdisciplinary way, so all the way through inception, creation, performance of the product. So here in Hamburg, yesterday we had the opportunity to work with a group of students, dance students at the studio where we are today, to lead them in a workshop about exploring new ways, creating new ways of working, specifically based in a lot of the work that we do, which is around sensory experiences and memory of places. So kind of using that as a theme. So what you just saw was one of the tasks that we did with these students yesterday. So we put forth the question of selecting a place that really means something to them, that they can remember really specific details about, and kind of recording their experience with that place through their different senses. So seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. And having one person share that with the other dancers or other movers as a way to embody experience, and so to transmit this really personal experience in a way that other people can understand, and so giving people the chance to embody someone else's experience through these really specific things that then they can relate to on a personal level, which we hope creates some kind of shared understanding of these places that might not mean something to them, but they can find something that they connect to in it. So from what you just saw, I don't know what the place was that Lauren was describing, but really taking both the meaning of her words and just the texture and the structure of what she's saying to embody that and transcribe it into movement for myself. And so Lauren will tell you a little bit about the work also that we've done beyond that.
Yeah, so like Jill said, we are a really process-oriented group, and we created this mode of working together where we just draw inspiration from each other's practice. Where I'm not a dancer, inspiration from Jill's movement, and I can create something visual from it. And Kirsten's writing, I can draw inspiration from her writing, and we all kind of like take from each other. So we wanted to broaden this module that we made into like a global scale and try to connect with people all over the world. So we started this project called Forum, where we seek to just spark inspiration through just artists all over the world. All of our artists that we work with start with the theme of place and place-based identity, and they're given this theme, and we ask them to respond to it with their preferred medium, whether it's dance, writing, painting, photography. This encourages artists to create something new based on something that they might not be really familiar with. Our project lives online on our website, so you can see where it began and where it is now. We last year in Chicago had an installation and exhibition of the first 12 artists, and now we have 26 artists that started from a painter in Zimbabwe to our most recent artist and dancer in Colombia, with many different forms of writing between photography, painting, writing, anything, from 5 different continents so far. So, yeah, and we're always looking for people to contribute to that, so if you want to be part of it, just on our website, there's a little submissions section. That's it. So thank you for watching and listening, and we have from Iria next.
Hello. First of all, thanks for coming, and to the ones that are watching us through the screen as well. Today I want to present a work I did in year artistic residency in Kassel with the students of SOSO, Vision in Motion. It's a school just 2 hours away from here. And we were working on the idea of how to embody the loss of individual identity by the collective in the modern societies. So I will just going to present a video today because I couldn't bring the microphone with me. So in this video you will see some comments of the performance and some thoughts along the creative process, and some moments of the practice and as this work is not finished yet, I'm still working on that. I'm so happy you wanna have like a feedback after the event, and also for the people that are watching us online to write any comment or any questions, so we can answer them after the event. So yeah, just please, we have to change the room. Just so you know, the video contains nudity. So yeah, we will go to this room, which is dark. So please follow me.
What's your name?
My name is Sahi.
Sahir.
My name is Alireza.
Alireza.
Wasim.
Wasim.
Sand.
My name is Alpha Umar Konde.
Hannah Schwadron.
I am from Afghanistan.
I'm from West Africa, Sierra Leone.
From Tunisia. Afghanistan.
Why are you here?
I'm coming here to participate in a dancing project. I'm learning dancing here.
So why are you interested in dancing?
I'm interested to dance and getting more contacts to have to show the realities by dancing, and I am really interested to dance. That's why I'm dancing.
So you plan it in the future, then you can do it.
I want to continue by dancing.
By dancing.
And make more contacts and anywhere.
So how do you find yourselves in? It is difficult for you or easy for you?
It is it's not difficult. I'm really interested on that. That's why I'm dancing. It's very easy for me.
When I came, I met Anna. Then it told me about the project, so I was like-headed to be on it. Then try to figure out if I can able to do it personally, you know.
Do you enjoy what do you hear?
Yeah, of course I enjoyed it because it was my plan, you know, to be acting, you know. I really definitely like it to be acting, but dancing is part of it, so I need to give a hand and try it maybe in the future, then I have a good contact, then to push forward.
The possibility that all living is meeting. Actually, that is the philosophical concept that I'm working with from Martin Buber's 1923 essay Ich und Du, which in English is I and Thou. And that's where the project has come. It started a year ago, working with some of the members from this group in an improvisation dance workshop.
It shows like you have some little things you want to expose, you know. It comes from your eyes, you know, looking the person, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if I change what I'm looking at all the time?
Yeah, it can
This,
change.
like,
Yeah, I feel it.
okay, but it's not like,
Yeah, even it can face, you know, like a intact. It face me in an intact way, you understand? That doesn't mean, but when your eye open, no matter what it make a circle, understand? I can feel the connection. Yeah, because I know that because all my eyes is focusing through by your eyes, you understand?
Yeah.
So I feel something. I'm looking your body, but my connection with you is all about the eyes.
it's
you
so
know?
interesting because then why are we doing anything with our body for just,
because it can, you know, when I make like this, directly I want to look where? It's your eyes, you understand? Not your body first. You understand? When I look
Yeah.
your eyes, I can look your body. What your body is about, what is your body telling me, you understand? And I can feel my own way. You know?
For me, improvisation has everything to do with the constancy of change and also spontaneity. A friend recently said that spontaneity was the foundation for negotiation when he watched my projects. kind of in preparation for coming. And so as a committed improviser, not only am I comfortable with change, but I think I can help others become comfortable with change just by modeling a way to be okay with it. Of course, that's fairly abstract.
Dance mean a lot of things about, especially when it comes to in type of humanity. Dancing mean a lot because the way you move, it makes you to forget about a lot of things. You know, you look like you have a problems. Okay, no problem. Let me join dancing. Then make you to relax your sorrow behind you. You know, forget slowly about your history, your past, you know, trying to keep moving, and it can give courage. Dancing, it can give you, you know, the connection, moving close to different people, meeting different people. So dancing, like before, it wasn't my liking, like that. Unless I go to club, dance, then come out there. But to be in dancing, connect with it every day, you know, it wasn't part of my life, you know. But now I find it like something sweet, something developing, you know, in my mind. You know, then I like dancing, so it makes sense, you know.
With art, with dancing, I can show some topics or some bad situation what I have, what we have, or what somebody have, stories in their life. Without any speaking, without or by speaking, sometimes speaking or telling their stories, and sometimes without any speaking and reacting, they can tell their stories. And to know the other cultures and to show by this dancing, it was so interesting. It was all the best point for me. By this dancing, I can show everything.
I also find that incredibly powerful, and that's why I keep coming back. Saki and Alireza and I have been working together for a year across 3 different trips, so it builds a kind of friendship over time, but honestly it was that quick and strong connection in the beginning, and every time. Today we met a new friend, brought him into the project. Last week we met Shako, brought him into the project. And we don't have to do very much explaining because we just kind of have to show a little bit of what we have going on and people want to join. There's something about play, I think, that's going on, where people know that that's one thing that we have. Also physicality, also movement, also connection. Physically, that despite its awkwardness or uncertainty or total alternative to the way that we would ever engage with people in real life, there's something kind of hyper real about it and helpful about it.
takadimi takajunu takadom 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 takadom.
Now you are looking one player. Shooter. I think he is Muller. Now he has passed it. Oh, some problem there. I think there's George. Oh my God. I think he cannot play. I want to see. The doctor also coming there. Doctor, I think he was the problem. It looks like this that he cannot play with. Yeah, he wants to change with the other person.
Welcome everybody. We're so happy to have you here. We have Saki Poya, the winning champion of last night's game, here with us. Can I get a round of applause for Saki Poya? Thank you so much for giving us your time today. I just have a few questions for you. We're very excited. It was quite a game. What can you tell us about being on the Deutschland team? What's the experience like for you?
Thank you very much. It was very fantastic for me. He played very well, and everybody hoped to win.
Excellent, and sure did kind of deliver on that promise. So I know you must have trained with growing up in Afghanistan. Can you tell us a little bit about what that journey was from Afghanistan to Deutschland, where you become the MVP, the most valuable player?
It's a long time. I played in Afghanistan, and when I came in here, I interested to play here again with other people. I know more people. Football hasn't any bother.
And the amazing. You heard it here first. And what advice do you have, Saki, for any of the young people around the world watching today about what it is to commit to your talent, to really find your way in life and make it happen? I mean, what can we say? You're just so incredible. It's unglaublich, really.
Thank you very much. I want to say for the other people who are interested to play football, they can play here with us or in many places. I'm really happy for the other people, audience here, coming here and encourage us. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's really true. I mean, what Saki has always said, right? In football, if you're not winning, somebody else is. And for that, let's give him a round of applause. Saki forward. Oh, there it is. Go. Oh, no, but it's coming down. Nine. Here, let's try it. Oh, coming down. Oh, yeah. Weiter. Entschuldigung.
Sorry.
Yeah, simply.
That
was it?
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Can you call that this one?
Or the next is Spiele.
Next week.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Good.
Bye.
Excuse me. So just a little bit about our project. Between I and Thou was improvisatory dance workshop that we worked on last summer in Hamburg in the Viertel, which is like a hub for creative experimentation and political organizing, which is why we were happy to work in that space. And Barat was with us last time, and his beautiful words are at the end of the film to end us in the space where we can imagine what the power of movement, despite any language barriers or other kinds of boundaries or asymmetries between our various statuses, our different positionalities in terms of our locations in the world, what we have access to, what we're going through. And so dance hasn't solved everything, but it's given us a way to move together literally and ideologically, and then also to be in political solidarity with one another, and continue a relationship across time and place. And so we're very grateful for the Dancer Citizen magazine for supporting various iterations of the project, because we've written about them in, I think, 3 issues now, including this Moving the Map project. And so we'd just like to, is there anything you'd like to say about the project?
First of all, I want to say thank you very much. You're coming here, always you encourage us. It is very nice that everybody who has interesting for something, for example, like dancing. What I had when I came in here, I found very nice, and fortunately I found Anna in here, and she told me about this project, and it is 2 years that we are continuing till now. I hope that we make it better and better in the future. Yeah.
We're finding out that one of the core principles of our collaboration is to work with what is going on in the world, what's going on in the place that we're in. And so here in Hamburg this weekend we were celebrating the big win of Deutschland football yesterday at a very festive public event, and realizing that we've been talking about nationalism and anti-fascism and global solidarity and belonging and place, and then thinking what better way to kind of enter that conversation than football or soccer, something that is not a joke for you, it's something that is really pretty serious for you.
Yeah, it is really serious, because when somebody play football, there is no any, I told there is no any border for everybody come together and play football. It is like bring peace for everybody. So I'm thinking positive for that, on to this global for everybody thinking like this, that they are coming together from every countries. But I have seen they have emotion when they are seeing the football in real places or from TVs. Yesterday we were there. Some women from Germany told me that, but was glaubst du denn, Deutschland will win, or I don't know, I thought.
What do you believe? Is Germany going to win?
Yeah, she told me, I think it is 2-0. Germany will 2 and the other Sweden 0. At the end, we saw that 2-1. That was very amusing. We were happy.
Okay. And so with that, we'll close our program today in Hamburg and move on to New York City, where the next group of author artists are convening to present their projects. We want to thank Erika Moshman for her organization of this locations project and all of the details, as well as Susan for her facilitation of us getting to use this space here at the Erika Kutz House. And yes, please feel free to stay for a discussion for those of us live today, and for our streaming audience, we would be very happy if you left comments about things you noticed, what you liked, what you appreciate, questions that you have about the dancer citizen. Thanks very much.
For me, it was different because I had experience with nakedness, but always I showed my front.
To just show the back in general, like to also don't show your face, so you cannot have expression with your face. And that was really new for me, and to get the awareness of the back and the back side was really like something really different. And also it felt weird because you get so close into yourself somehow, and you look at yourself. In the beginning, we had like no idea how it looks.
Yeah, we cannot really see each other in the situation, so we needed to trust a lot of what is going on.
Like this is somehow for me the magic in the piece, how this simple thing changes so much, and why? Like why do you not see humans anymore?
And if it would be like normally in close on stage or doing a dance phrase, you would not relate it so much to humanity.
Yeah, it would not open this question.
Yeah. It was very important with working naked on stage, that I don't put my nude body in relationship with violence, so that I can be nude, can be also vulnerable, but not in a sense of there's something bad happening to me. I don't want to use it to shock people, because it's actually nothing for me to shock people with. It's more something to say, hey, that's how we all are, and we are somehow same but also different.